Hello, welcome back to Everyday Magic. I am Jess, and today I'm sharing why I am letting go of everything that I have thought I have wanted to manifest. And actually, I really shouldn't say I'm letting go, why I have let go. And this is, I'm really kind of sharing my own journey as I evolve. I mean, we're all just evolving and expanding. It feels like so rapidly right now, right? Especially thanks to Pluto now being in Aquarius. Things are going to pick up pace, and where things felt stagnant or stuck, or you felt unclear, like things are just shifting. We are already in the shift. We are already there. But something that has been very present for me over the past, really 3 to 4 months is I really, quite frankly, like lost my desire for the things that I thought I wanted. And this is not, sometimes you might hear that and immediately there's a judgment placed around it, like, oh, well, who are we without the things that we desire? Who are we without looking forward, looking towards a goal, working towards a goal, right? Like trying to achieve something. And the interesting shift for me, and I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear if you are experiencing something similar, because I know this is not just me going through this. But what I found was such a deep level of inner peace that I realized that I just didn't need the things that I thought I needed. And it goes even deeper than that, where it's not that I don't want something, right? It's not that I don't kind of have these desires, but my desire is no longer tangible to me. Okay, so let me kind of explain that a little bit, because I know this sounds totally wonky and crazy. And again, let me know if you are going through something similar. But for me, it's almost as if I am so willing, I am so eager, I am so just ready to be in the energy of, like, there is magic waiting to be experienced, and I am ready for that. And my current logical thinking brain cannot even comprehend what that looks like. So I don't want to be over here trying to like manifest this specific goal or this specific outcome or this specific vision, because I know within like my heart of hearts that it actually gets to be even greater than that, like beyond what I thought was possible, beyond what I realize and what I like currently know based on my present human experience is possible. I know that we all, right? Not just me. I'm not special, right? Like I am and I'm not, right? Like we're all special. We all have this in us. And it's like I am so surrendered to what would happen if I let go of everything, right? If I totally surrendered to the way that the divine wants to move through me. And again, this can sound super scary, right? Even for me, I went through a period, and actually, I have to be totally honest, I still get hung up here every so often where it's like, I need to be doing more. I need to be like actively like strategizing and doing and planning and all of the things, right? But then I remember that I don't want to experience it that way. Right now, I want to experience like the magic of what happens when I allow for something new, when I allow for everything to shift and like something else to just kind of take over and, you know, come into being, come into form out of that. And this doesn't mean that I'm not doing anything, right? This doesn't mean that I'm just sitting on my couch and like watching Netflix all day, right? I don't do that ever, actually sometimes with my kids and their cartoons, but I couldn't tell you the last time I just like sat down and watched something for myself. Anyway, I digress. It doesn't even matter, right? But what I am so truly surrendered in doing is really just listening in and simply allowing myself to do the things that feel good, to do the things that feel fun, to no longer allow some like agenda to run the show. Okay. And again, this is not how we have been taught, right? As a society, this is bonkers, right? But I feel this shift happening. I know we are already in the shift. I know that there is so much that we do not know about the power of our own energy and what we are able to manifest and alchemize, right? And this old way of being is dying out. We're seeing it, right? We're seeing what's happening because everyone is resisting, this new shift, or I shouldn't say this new shift, this shift that's happening in this new way of being. And, we're seeing all of that starting to crumble, right? That's why there's all this kind of craziness and chaos happening right now. So again, it's not that I'm sitting idly by. It's that I'm trusting even more. I'm listening even more deeply. I am connecting even more deeply. I am simply trusting and allowing that whatever kind of intuitively is coming up for me, I'm taking action on that. And oftentimes this doesn't make sense. Oftentimes I don't act right away because my logical brain cannot make sense of like why it thinks I should do this thing that I just intuitively feel like I should do. And again, because I'm operating on a very old and long-standing pattern of doing things only when they make sense, right? And this like trickles down to everything where we just don't allow ourselves to play and have fun and be curious, right? Because again, we're like always focused on the goal. And if it doesn't align with the goal, like, why do it, right? But that attitude in and of itself is shifting. And, I am really trying to deepen into this practice for myself where the faster I can trust myself and trust that intuitive calling and take action, the faster I see like the other side, the magic that is there. And this has been a really fun experiment. And I really started calling it an experiment, kind of started last year. And I call it an experiment still this year, but it's really something that I'm starting to embody. It's no longer an experiment. It's really just like a way of being for me. And this is what is starting to happen. And it's really amazing. It's really magical. It's like there are new things manifesting that I never even thought possible. That weren't, maybe they were things that like I wanted, but I wasn't necessarily like actively trying to manifest them, and they are just starting to show up. And I don't want to get too far into this yet because I'm just seeing kind of like the beginning workings of some of these things. So I don't want to get too ahead of it until I can almost like see the other side and work my way backwards a little bit. But what is so fascinating to me is, okay, let's just use, so obviously I, create content on YouTube and I coach women and I run workshops and circles. And, that is definitely a part of my life. And for a while, I was using a lot of energy, like manifesting success specifically in my business, right? Manifesting more money, manifesting more clients, manifesting, et cetera, et cetera. But what I found is when I simply let go of this need to manifest the things that I thought looked like success in my business. And I simply started having more fun and again, trusting those, sorry, my nose is itching here, trusting those intuitive nudges and just getting curious, just allowing myself to do things that kind of seemed illogical, but they would like circle back around. And I often tell my clients, sometimes our intuition can be distraction. I don't want to say it like that. Sometimes we can mistake like intuition and fear or distracting ourselves, just kind of chasing shiny objects, jumping from thing to thing. But what I say is if there is something that keeps coming back around, it keeps nudging you, it keeps calling you, it keeps showing up, and it doesn't really make sense, but there's something in you that's just like, I feel like I'm meant to like follow this. Those are the things to follow, okay? Those are the things to get really curious about and say yes to. Because when I did those, when I let go of, again, the kind of more tangible things I was trying to manifest, other things started manifesting in my life. And our 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 energy affects everything, right? We can't be in this, I'm going to be like in an abundance mindset, like in my personal life, but in my business life, I'm so worried about finding clients and I'm trying and I'm pushing and I'm acting out of fear, right? Like that's a lack mindset. And vice versa, right? When you show up and have more fun in your business, in your work life, doing some of those, again, things that seem illogical to you, maybe manifestations aren't coming through just your work life, but maybe like they're coming through in your personal life or in a different aspect of your kind of day to day. And that's really what I'm experiencing the magic to be. It's like it's not it's not like this very linear path, and especially as we've moved into Pisces season. There's a new moon in Pisces on February 28th, and Pisces is not about like the linear path. Pisces is about just like trusting the process and trusting whatever is unfolding, right? So can you create this for yourself right now, right? Can you trust and find that sense of like safety within you to just say, I don't know how this is going to unfold, but I'm going to simply allow it. And again, it has really shifted things in really amazing ways. And I just am so excited to see how it all unfolds and is revealed and what continues to come into my life. Because again, while I know on this channel I don't have a ton of subscribers and my videos don't get a ton of views, but simply me showing up and sharing these videos because I truly have so much fun doing it. I truly enjoy it. I truly love sharing this message, right? I was even reflecting today, like, should I just not do it, right? Like I'm not growing a ton and whatever. I'm like, but I really enjoy it. And I type as a generator in human design, and it is all about, I don't think just for generators, like I think this is true for everyone. Like it's all about doing what lights you up and what feels good to you and what feels fun and what brings you to life, what makes you feel alive. When you do that, you shift, you raise your own frequency, right? And it doesn't matter, again, like where in your life you're trying to like direct that frequency, it just becomes who you are. And now at that new like expansive level of energy where you're just open and curious and playful and not judging yourself or your journey or where you are, and you're just ready to just see how magical life gets to be, right? That's when you experience the magic. That's when you start to see the evidence of the magic in your 3D life. Okay? So again, I hope that you take this and start having more fun. Start trusting yourself. I feel like I've done so many videos around trust, and I keep saying I'm going to keep doing it because I think it's really about self-trust and coming home to literally your truest expression of yourself. There is no one like you here on this planet. There never has been, there never will be. You are not here by accident. Start acting like that. Start owning that. Stop taking everything so seriously and just start having a little bit more fun. All right, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know where you're listening from. If you want more support around this, if you want more, like, yes, I want to be on this journey, I want to be so surrendered and trusting, I do have a free group, Radical Trust. We meet every other week on a Tuesday. I'll include the notes in the description box. Again, it's totally free, and it's really to come and be in community with other women who are walking this path and to feel just safe in a space where you get to live like outside of the status quo. You get to try things on for yourself. And again, like, do it in a way that starts to feel safer so that you do it more often. And really, that's it, right? It's choosing faith over fear time and time again. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate you tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Take care.